the Athens City Shade Tree Commission meeting for October the 9th, 2014. We have no Title 33 or Title 37 ordinance issues, and so we're going to go straight to the report by Assistant Service Safety Director Ron Lucas. Ron.
Good evening. I do have information that we will have some ordinance, some reviews next month's meeting. So I think it's Rivergate Tower or apartments. What's going in the New Life Assembly will be here for. We'll have the plans available for next meeting.
Okay.
And I did want to mention that I met with Harold Laughlin and his contractor at the new building in the Woosok Center, the former HDL building, and we talked about their plan. They had a list of species there that he wanted to plant, and I disapproved two of the different species because they weren't shade trees. So he's going to plant a series of swamp white oak, red maple, and honey locust. So 10 of each, hopefully. I think the plan was approved for 38 trees, and that included the trees that were already established.
There were some trees at the back.
So it'll be plus one or two trees when it's all said and done with that planning effort.
Good.
I have Arbor Day planned out for next Friday, October 17th. It'll be 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. at Athens Middle School. And that's been approved by the principal, Kara Raines. And the program that I'd like to do is Mayor Weil will not be in town. He's leaving. But Jim Sands or a council person will be able to read the proclamation. I'd like to begin with that. And then go into a tree planting with Mason Chambers from Five Spring Farm, planting 2 blue spruce and 1 swamp white oak. And then show the middle schoolers. We'll have 2 middle school science classes that will be out with us. Show them how to plant a tree, actually use them to help dig the holes, plant it, mulch it, all those things. And I'd like to, if we can coordinate this, I'd like to have 3 groups going. One group would be learning how to plant the tree and how to mulch it. Another group would be going through an emerald ash borer session that I could help teach. And I'm going to ask Ann Bonner, she can help out with that. But there is a tree at the middle school that has serpentine tunnels in it that we can peel bark back and show them so that they can take that information back home with them and let their families know that they may need to do something about this in a couple years. And then I'd also like to, this is where I'd like to have volunteers from the Tree Commission, have a third group doing a tree ID along South Lancaster Street along that stretch of the middle school on the western side. There's a lot of different tree species in that little stretch. So if we can do maybe 5 to 10 minute groups, rotate and just keep moving those kids along, I think we'd have a good program. And we aren't going to do any food or anything like that this year since it will be so close to lunch and the students just won't need it. So 1 to 2 is the time. I think the students will be there with us from 1:10 to 1:50, 7th period. So we can have some people, if they're interested in speaking about trees to the attendees, but I'd like to see if we can get as much attendance as possible from the community, not just the students. So I'll put a press release out hopefully tomorrow talking about the details of that and what it will be. And if anybody from the commission or Jennifer, if you're interested in speaking a little bit about trees, great. So that's Arbor Day. Which brings
really good.
I hope so.
Very good.
We've had success in the past having groups of kids doing stuff, not just sitting there, where they can start to lose focus. Just keeping them moving has been pretty successful. So, and they learn a little bit. I think having middle school science students will be helpful, especially with emerald ash borer. The next thing I'd like to report on is the fall tree planting. I've met with Mason Chambers to talk about that effort. We'd like to finish the Columbus Road Island and replace some of the trees that we had to remove. So we're working on that plan. And then there were at least 2 trees removed from the immediate vicinity in front of the community center. I'd like to replace those. And then there were 3 locations on Morris Avenue that we had planting sites for, and a tree in Greg Broadhurst's memory at West State Street Park. And then I thought we were wanting to plant a tree for Albie, so we can come up with a location for that. So when that's all said and done, we're probably looking about 25 to 30 trees here. So if there are any other immediate planting sites that you want to put a tree, in front of the Import House and in front of Family Dollar as well, in the uptown area. So if there are any other spots that you guys want immediate need trees, let me know so that I can get those ordered. It's probably not going to be a huge amount that I can take extra if there's a budget, but we can get a few trees in around here.
Good.
I wanted to mention the Tim Hortons project. Their landscape design is going in, and it's going in pretty well. But the management at the Athens Mall has done some landscaping islands just south of the Tim Hortons building, and it looks really nice. So if there could be maybe some mention of some recognition to that effort from the Shade Tree Commission, if you get a chance to put your eyes on it. It's nice. It's not shade trees, but they did a nice job with their landscape. That's all I have.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Any questions for Ron?
I just wondered if Ron would also like to mention the Christmas tree business that you mentioned the other day at the AUBA.
Sure. That's a good point. Each year we have a donation holiday tree that we place near the courthouse on the corner of Washington and Court. And that can be a healthy tree if it's a personal property tree. Just someone will call me up if they're interested in donating a tree, and I typically go out and take a look at it, and if it will fit in our, I think it's a 9 to 10 inch hole, and it looks good, we'll use it. But we don't have any that have come forward yet this year. So if any of you have one, a blue spruce or a white pine or something like that, we'll put it up and recognize you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Okay. Any other questions for Ron? Nope. Okay. I don't think we've got anything additional for the maintenance of the tree canopy. We've just heard about Ron and his plans for fall planting, which is part of the maintenance plans that we've got. Are there any tree removals coming up soon or planned?
I did a tree pruning on Elmwood in front of 69 Elmwood. There were 3 trees that needed some deadwood pruning on. There is a removal at across from 171 North Congress. It needs to come down. It's a dead pine, I believe. And there is nothing else off the top of my head that needs to come down. AEP is doing some maintenance of their lines in the east side and far east side, but there probably won't be a lot of removals in that effort.
Okay. Under other business, I've been asked to announce the a public meeting to be held at the community centre next Wednesday. That's October the 15th at 6 p.m. This meeting is to establish a sustainability plan for the city. So presumably this will be the first of many meetings that will go on. So that's October the 15th, 6 p.m. at the community centre. Any other items under other? If not, we've got the minutes of the last meeting, which were fairly extensive, and I tried to capture it all. I'd like to just look over those and then have a motion to approve them, please.
I will motion to approve.
Thank you, David.
Second?
Thank you, Jennifer.
It's just a typo there.
One typo found. Any other? If not, any objection to approving the minutes? Hearing none, we have minutes of the last meeting. Our next meeting will be on November the 13th, which again is the second Thursday of the month. With that, we are adjourned. Thank you.
Well, that was a nice short one.